What's up, everybody? Welcome back to season 2 of Worldwide Shannonegenz. Today, I'm taking you to the James Corden show. They said to dress business casual or business style, so here's my outfit. I feel like I'm going to work. The James Corden show is filmed at CBS Studios in Television City, so let's head on out there. For the filming of the show, I was told to dress warmly because they keep the studio really cool to film. But now that I'm walking in the streets outside in LA, it's pretty warm. If you're wondering how I got tickets, there is a whole online request process. You put in your request for tickets and you just find out if you're approved. I've requested tickets to a couple shows and a couple filmings around LA, and this is my first one. I think it helps that I just requested one ticket, so that's pretty easy to accommodate. And in addition to just being one ticket, I'm also an LA local, so I'm able to just go pretty easily. Like, I don't have to travel or take a trip to get there, I'm walking. So it is around 1:45 p.m. right now, and I have to be there by 2:15 is when check-in starts, and 2:45 is when check-in ends. Just because you get there does not guarantee that you are going to be seated in the filming area. They seat all the priority ticket holders first, then general, and then I think they have standby. Thankfully, I have a priority ticket, so as long as I'm there by around 2:30, then I'm going to be let in. The guests who are appearing on today's show are Kirsten Dunst and John Chu. So I'm really excited to see them, but I'm also just so interested to see the behind the scenes, to see the crew and the setup and everything that goes on behind the show. I'm really interested in, so it'll be cool. As you guys saw before, I was walking on the back road neighborhood pass because it's a lot calmer than Fairfax. But the entrance to CBS Studios and where the filming is along Fairfax, so now I'm here and this is what it looks like. Alright guys, I have reached CBS Studios. I'll show you what I can, but I might have to turn off my phone, but I'm looking forward to a good time. So far, it is lots of waiting. We waited outside and now we're waiting in an inside loading dock. You can go to the bathroom and there is a gift shop, but I don't think anyone is there. I think we head inside in about 30 more minutes. I am in the bathroom at CBS Studios and I think we're headed in soon. I just exited the filming here at CBS Studios and my voice is gone. For like 3 hours, we were just screaming and screaming. Those that screamed the most or danced the most could win a t-shirt. And I was very close in the dance competition. There were 3 finalists selected and we all had a dance off, but one girl did a split, the other guy did the worm, like I had no chance. But we saw Kirsten Dunst and John Cho and a music performance and a stand-up comedian, so there were like bonus specials. Now I'm waiting for Ben to pick me up, and then maybe I can give you and him at the same time a whole scoop of everything that happened. Goodbye, CBS Studios, Television City. So as you guys saw when I arrived, and I arrived pretty early, I was already like the 10th person in line. People actually do show up really early to guarantee you get a seat. The order that you arrive in to CBS Studios, that you arrive in to line up, is the order that you stay in the whole time. So I would suggest getting there early. Then as you saw, we all walked in and they checked our vaccine cards, our ticket, our license, our ID. We went through security, they checked our bags, and you signed forms about COVID and forms about filming.
Found Taco Bell.
Taco Bell! Now that we've got our Taco Bell, I will finish telling the story.
Taco Bell.
We waited in that indoor-outdoor area until after 3:15, so we waited there for over 30 minutes. Towards the end, some of the staff came up and started giving speeches, emphasizing so much how you have to turn off your phone. They don't allow any phones turned on inside the stage. If you need an elevator, they do have an elevator available, but everybody else walks up about 3 flights of stairs onto the stage 56, stage 58 area. So after walking up those steps, they made us all stop, take a break, catch our breath. But it was cool. We were in like the prop room. There were just props all around, or a lot of boxes and construction. And by the construction, you could also see down into the costume room. There was a wardrobe room. It said rent a costume, and you could see fabrics and different clothes and stuff, but we were just in with boxes of props. Then we started walking down more hallways, and one of my main impressions of the studio is the ceilings are so high. It's not like a normal house or a normal room. The ceilings are double, triple. It's like a warehouse level ceiling. And then it started getting into more pictures of James Corden with Michelle Obama, or in a carpool karaoke, or different things on the walls. Even if you were just checking the time or something like that, there were no phones in sight the whole time. They had to stay in your bag or in your pocket. You can't even take them out because they'll just assume you're recording. And yeah, you can't do that. Then when you're entering the stage, you finally turn left, and one of the first cool things you see is, but in the behind the scenes of the James Corden set, he has a photo of every guest who's been on the show. So it's a massive collage, montage, multiple walls, and they're bigger than Polaroids. It's like 4 times the size of a normal Polaroid, just a huge photo of every single guest. So everyone was like pointing like, here's them, here's them, here's them. And you can start to see the set, which looks really cool. And then we finally go in, they ask how many people are in your party. For me, it was just 1. And then they assign you a seat. The seats were actually really nice. They were wide chairs, comfortable, like red, upholstered, and it looked like a little cafe or old theater, like with these cozy seats and then little tables next to them with little lamps on the tables. All of it is just props. Even they said, don't put anything on the table. You can't turn on and off the light. It's all fake, but it's like a cute setup. I got a little single seat, which was next to the bar. If you've seen the James Corden show, then you know he has a little bar set up. So some members of the audience, I think 7 people, were over in the bar area, with one audience member being the bartender the whole night. When we were in our seats, we started having the audience director start directing us. He taught us how to laugh, taught us when to scream. Like if this light lights up, we have to clap. It's honestly kind of awkward because you have to have very exaggerated laughs and scream so much. Honestly, guys, this would be better if you had a couple drinks beforehand or if you were with a huge group of friends, because it's just, you have to give so much energy. And as I told you guys before, I was really going for one of those t-shirts. Guys, I was leading the crowd in screams and dancing, almost won that dancing contest, but I didn't get a t-shirt. I deserved one, I really did. And then all of a sudden, they just started filming the show. Like suddenly, James Corden was there. And we were clapping and screaming and dancing and like bouncing for James Corden. And he was filming his monologue, his speech. And we were encouraged to scream in the middle of it or just engage. But honestly, my first impression of James Corden was he seems so busy. He seemed so stressed, like, and I know the point of the show is not for him to talk to the audience, but like he didn't acknowledge us, like there was nothing really there, he just got straight to work. Later on though, after we had already filmed a couple segments, taken a couple commercial breaks, he actually did start talking to the audience and he started accepting questions. I did have my hand raised to ask a question, but I was not called on, unfortunately. But that would have been so cool to actually speak with James Corden. And a second impression of him later on when he was standing up and walking around, he's a lot smaller than I thought. Like he's just a smaller guy. And then we just kept filming. The guests were brought out, Kirsten Dunst and John Cho. And we had the couple surprises of a stand-up comedian and a musical performance. So everything filmed today that we saw today, it's actually going to air across 3 days, I think. So some's going to air tonight, some next week. And yeah, so they really do a lot of filming on the one day that's just used whenever they want to use it.
Well, Shannon, would you recommend this experience?
I would, actually. I think it's really cool to see the behind the scenes and to see the filming. You realize how fake everything is. It's all so fake. And the celebrities, you're seeing them all, and they're just people. They're just people sitting on a sofa talking to each other. But it's also very fun. So I do recommend it. You should try to get tickets and yeah, go with a group or have some drinks before and make it a whole fun thing.
So you had fun, right?
I did have fun.
Okay,
it was a fun time. It would have been funner if you were there. Funner. But yes, it was fun and other people should do it. And now thank you to Ben for driving me back home so I am not doing the walk back on Fairfax. So that is all. Thank you all so much for watching and I'll catch you next time on season 2 of Worldwide Shannonegenz.